In Sex Culture Shift News, submitted by I Love Keanu Reeves, psychologists suggest that long-term relationships affect women's sexual desire more than men's.
Whoa.
Like their sexual drive or how sexually desirable they are to other people.
Like how interested they are in their partner, I think.
Like they get bored with sex.
Oh. So girls get bored quicker than guys do.
Girls need engagement, bro. As a prelude to sex.
Are you bored of me?
Am I bored of you?
Yes, she is. I can feel it.
Because if I was a fucking grandpa and I had just bent over, I still get horny.
Bless you.
I think
Have
guys
you
is
seen
like,
Jess's ass? I get horny.
right? Because like, no matter how old you are, your ass and legs don't age as fast as your face does.
Until you get that
That's a Hallmark card.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That is a Hallmark
That's a
card.
Hallmark card.
If he gave me that card, I'd be like, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's very sweet. Your ass has never aged, babe. You know what I mean?
Not as fast as your face, at least.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I think like that's a very like tough argument too. Like as far as like bringing up the sex conversation, like everything's all about sex with you. Like that's what it is with my girl. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever want to. Like I try to bring up the idea of like, hey man, it's kind of cool. Like if you initiate, you know what I mean? Like I think that's a cool turn on. You know what I mean? For the girl to initiate. You know what I mean? Because if I initiate every time, then it's really making me feel like I am the dog. Like that's all. Like it's all I want. I'm like just initiate sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I want to be in bed like fake sleeping and you pull my drawers down. You know what I'm saying? Like try to. Yeah.
And then you're all sleeping like.
I'm sleeping. I want to feel wanted too.
Yeah, like dude, like with your fingers walk down my thigh. You know what I mean? Try to.
You want the fucking finger walk. That's funny.
Yeah, give you the fake like stop. I want that. You know what I mean?
Oh, you would go stop? Stop.
Yeah, but
Stop.
yeah,
But there's a lot of guilt behind that, right? Because depending on how they were raised, like if they act like it, then even if they're in a committed relationship, they might feel like slutty or whatever. So there's a lot of shame.
No, man, I want a lady in the streets and a freak in the bed.
I think we all do, but
Sure.
there's a battle that they have to deal with depending on how they were raised.
Yep. That's so true.
That's true. Well, what from if that's the idea, if that's how they were raised, what is that like perspective? Like,
Well, I mean, I
saying,
think we're raised to not be bitches and like tell chicks to pursue us. I think.
Yeah.
Mostly.
No, like so, like it's like this.
I'm
It's
trying to
like
think, I'm trying to
even
spitball,
if you're completely cool with it, right? And then it is a chill environment, but then she's not ready for that yet because she never worked through that part of feeling guilty or bad for wanting it or saying it openly.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up really Catholic and I, wasn't just used to initiating it because it was always just like the guy, like you're saying. So I'm like, that's what I was used to. And then just being raised Catholic and a Latina female, then it was like, why are you so horny? Like I always thought, no, like it's bad. It's like,
Why are you so horny?
yeah, like
That's dude.
right, like I didn't know that like a high sex drive was normal, or that I might not even have a high sex drive. Maybe I just have a normal sex drive, but because of how I was raised,
high sex drive.
yeah. So
Daddy
then for
issues,
me,
high sex drive.
for me wanting it all the time, then it's like like I just felt guilty. Like why do I want it all the time? Like I shouldn't be thinking these thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you think that now, because how many years have you guys been together?
10.
It's been more than that.
11 this year.
11 this year. But yes,
okay.
10. I like how you're questioning.
Because I'm like, wasn't it 10 like last year?
No, we always said almost 10.
It's been 10 for like 3
Anyway,
years
so
now.
do you feel like now in the 10 years that you guys have been together, between the two of you, like you kind of feel like maybe you've lost or diminished a little bit the desire in your sex life?
I don't know. I don't know if we're a good example of that because we kind of started backwards just because our sex communication wasn't really there in the beginning. So
you guys got closer over time.
Yeah, our sex life was kind of subpar, like for both of us. And then not until we're like, wait a minute, we got issues. What the fuck is going on? That was rooted because of just communication and sex. Then for us, it's been the reverse. Like now it's the best it's ever been. So I don't know.
How long did it take to recognize that there was a problem though and to voice it out loud with each other?
fuck.
Like 9 years?
A long time, like, maybe like 7 years. bro.
Maybe like 7 years, yeah. Because and it took that long because we were so focused on our career that like our relationship we just went into the back seat because we just wanted to do YouTube, we wanted to do the gym, we wanted to do so many things that it was easy for us to just forget about us.
It took her catching me jack off in the backyard, remember?
I do remember. One of my favorite stories.
What was that like reaction? Were you like?
You know what I thought it was? I thought he was cheating on me with another, like, because he was just on his phone talking to someone. I'm not talking.
My pants around my ankle, jacking
I
off
didn't see
next
the
to
pants.
tangerine.
I didn't see the pants. I didn't see that. But he was leaning against the wall, and I know
which tree you're talking about.
And I was like, "Are you talking to someone?"
It's the one next to the water heater.
Yeah, and he was like, "No," like he was like, "No, I'm just peeing." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I had no idea until like 7 years later. He's like, "I was actually jacking off."
So kind of like
what?
Oh, so you didn't know at that moment?
No, I didn't. I thought he was talking to someone else.
So kind of like Catholic schoolgirls where they have a certain like, what was the word we were using?
He's
like,
a Buddhist schoolboy.
Shame. Yeah, I grew up like extremely Buddhist, so sex was nothing that you really
schoolboy.
You really, what is it called? Really talked about.
Same.
So it was hard for me to express the things that I wanted to do. So sex became like this very robotic thing that it only if she was in the perfect mood, I was in the perfect mood where it would happen.
Yeah.
But then like for guys, like your sex drive's pretty high like throughout the day.
Yeah.
So like she went to go take a shower and I was like, oh fuck, I need to go jack off. And I went in the backyard.
You know what? This makes sense.
Instead of jumping in the shower and then blowing the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I was so hot back then.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh man.
Is there statistics on this, or like how did they? Well, what's it all about?
Yeah, so they're saying here that they did this study, a 2017 study of more than 11,500 British adults aged 16 to 74.
Oh, it's British people. That's why. Not just kidding.
And it found that, quote, for women only, lack of interest in sex was higher among those in a relationship of over 1 year in duration, and that women living with a partner were more likely to lack interest in sex than those in other relationship categories. And then they're also saying that in a 2012 study of 170 men and women aged 18 to 25 who were in relationships of up to 9 years, similarly found that women's sexual desire was the same, so not really men's, because for women it was significantly and negatively predicted by relationship duration after controlling for age, relationship satisfaction, and sexual satisfaction. So it's like at a decline over time. For women over time in a relationship, it
Guys
will
are always
have.
horny.
The graph is the same.
So like in this article they use this one example of this one couple who, it's like John and Jane, they're in their 40s and they've been together for nearly 2 decades, and they have sex about 3 times a week. And
That's healthy as fuck.
so that's what you would think, right?
Yeah.
But
For her, she might be doing it as routine.
Jane isn't happy. So like for her, it's like they're saying that the sex that they're having, it's not the sex that she wants, and that she's confused and
She wants doggy style.
demoralized by it.
She's
And that-
demoralized?
That's what they said, and demoralized by it, and she thinks that there's something wrong with her. And so this therapist is commenting on this couple.
Oh, that makes sense, because she feels that she should be enjoying it as well, but also doesn't know maybe what she wants or
she's
likes, so
pretty
she
much
can't
bored
vocalize
with it. She's
Yeah.
bored with it. So like they're having sex frequently. They're having she's having orgasms, but for
How
some
do you
reason.
have an orgasm but you're sad about it?
I think it's the emotional thing, because like
You know,
it makes sense because women need that emotional tie to the sex stuff, right? Where guys like, oh, that she's fine, I could come in her.
That's true.
Like I mean, like we do have emotional sex as well, but there's not much of a separation from just physical release to that experience, because there's just a clear different sexual experience that we have.
I can do emotional sex, but it always ramps up into hate fucking always.
Wow.
But it's just a curse.
Still an emotion.
That's true. I never thought of it like that.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
But that makes sense, because it's like if you need
And
that,
you're still very engaged, and
Yeah.
I think you both are participating in that.
yeah.
That's for sure, yeah.
She wants to be hated.
Oh, yeah.
She likes being dominated, she said.
She loves it.
You're
'Cause
giving
what
her
if-
what she wants, and you're getting what you want.
What
That's
it
true.
what it sounds like to me is like the guy's getting what he wants, but he's not communicating and changing and doing different things.
Well, so they also mentioned that she bought lingerie, booked hotel stays, and even
Wow.
suggested opening up the marriage
Wow.
What?
But for her,
Oh, so she's getting bored of sex in general.
Is it a biological thing then?
yeah.
him
So they
or
are saying that they end up facing this. Most people in sexual partnerships end up facing this conundrum. Biologists called habituation to
You calling her bitch?
to a stimulus. So over time, a growing body of research suggests that heterosexual women are likely to face this problem earlier in the relationship than men.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it has to just do with like being spontaneous, like trying. Because there's another thing of like, I think I actually heard it on Kwan Stage's podcast. Him and his wife, the Love Hour. They're talking about like random makeout sessions, random ones.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Like like you go to go to Ralph's at the grocery store, and before you get out the car, hey baby, come here, and just start making out real quick, like I love you type of situations, to where that's like a random like. Oh, nice. You know what I mean?
It's
to where
exciting, yeah.
we buying groceries, but the whole time you're thinking about, we just had a nice little makeout session when we get back,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's one thing. And then also
Keeping the fire warm, kind of.
Yeah. And then also, which I've actually it's helped me is there's a book the Ways of a Superior Man. Have y'all heard that book? Well, I do audiobooks, so what I've listened to is when you're having sex to focus on. This is gonna be super mushy, but
We can get mushy.
Focus on not coming too fast.
well, see, this is it helps that because it's the breathing. You know what I mean? Breathing. So breathing in, and when you breathe out, you're exhaling and like exhaling up, and that's like releasing. The energy's up, you know what I mean, and the spirits type of thing.
So spiritual, it's a spiritual.
Spiritual, that's the spiritual part of it. But then also, love making is supposed to be connected to the heart.
Yeah.
So if you're
Not to
focusing,
the dick.
Exactly. So, because when we're having sex, of course we're focused on the dick. That's what makes us come so quick. We're thinking about the penetration, the way
It's
it
not
feels.
because I have a bomb ass pussy.
No,
It is bomb, baby.
that's what I'm saying. We're feeling the bomb ass. We're feeling that. You know what I mean?
He almost said it. He doesn't like the
He
word
doesn't
pussy.
like the word. He's just.
He almost said it.
And then I didn't. It was a little inappropriate that she said
had
her,
to.
so I didn't want to just say.
You thought it was
I
inappropriate?
had to.
This
Because I
word's
know
from
it made
not a
you.
bitch. You think something
I
was
know you
not?
ain't no bitch. You can say pussy. It's okay.
The downtown was bomb, okay?
Downtown, man.
It was bomb downtown.
Yeah. So it goes downtown. No, but so anyway, if you focus more on that and you focus more connected on the heart, whatever, then your mind, you're not thinking about it, so you actually last longer. That's
How do you
what-
focus on the heart?
because you're
Are you
thinking.
thinking like, oh man, I love her? Like
No. Literally connecting with her heart, like heartbeat and heart, like just you're thinking about her heart.
Like two souls, two people.
Yeah,
somebody-
you're thinking about her heart. You're thinking about it pumping. Even when you're like, you guys are like, missionary style. You're connecting, like pressing your chest against her.
I think about
His
titties.
hands are
I'm
up.
thinking about titties. I'm thinking about asses. How the fuck can you think about anything but fucking?
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, do you ever focus
Maybe
on
you should
trying
read
not to
this book.
come?
It's a spirit. I think I get what he's saying.
Some people try to like count backwards. Some people do think about the alphabet. Try to think about other shit so they can last longer. You know what I mean?
I think about funny cartoons.
I start thinking about ugly old ladies, and then I
Right.
start seeing ugly old ladies on the street and thinking, man, I shouldn't have done that because now I'm getting horny.
It's so relatable.
Yeah. So, but when I was doing that, my girl, she actually was like,
She could feel it different.
She was like, yo, like I don't know what, I could tell the difference of like the love making, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I was trying this whole different thing of like connecting more, focusing on the heart.
Think
you know
of
what
an
I mean?
actual heart going do 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 do, and it's like the body's exhibit.
Yeah.
Cause it's a medium, you know what I mean? That's really what it is. You're focusing on the
Then I'm gonna go to the
How do you
grocery
make
store.
How do you make that face when you're thinking of old ladies? How dare you?
You know, right?
No, I was thinking about the heart because I was like, then I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get a heart and fuck it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm just thinking about the absolute destruction of that pussy.
Me too.
But I understand what you're getting at. It's hard for me to think about anything else.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have a girl?
Yeah, I have a wife.
Oh, nice. Congratulations, bro. That's what I'm saying.
And I come at it like a fucking wrecking ball, you know?